So I'm going just to make a very short but simple and probably very descriptive explanation of the discipline of applying in your life the meditation techniques and spiritual practices that in reality all traditions kind of teach, but that Guru Raj kind of did put them in a very simple, easy to understand language. And that is basically the discipline that we apply in our life. The discipline is based on applying a discipline on the phenomena or in a phenomena that happens by itself. Existence is an experience that happens by itself, which basically means that you cannot avoid waking up every morning and you cannot avoid going to sleep every night, and there is this force or energy pushing you. Is the same energy that pushed you to walk, is the same energy that pushed you to speak, and it is still pushing today, and it is pushing since the Big Bang. And it's an experience that exists by itself, and you are a witness of that experience. The phenomena is that you wake up every morning and you wake up to your memories. Because really, when we wake up in the mornings, the first thing that we become aware of is our memories. Our memories of our circumstances. In fact, sometimes if you are traveling, you wake up and the first thing you ask yourself, where I am, and you really immediately pull from your memories. That I came to Illinois. I got the plane yesterday. I don't know if anyone that has traveled has had that experience, but if you travel a lot sometimes, but you pull from your memories. So you wake up in the morning without being able to avoid it, and you wake up to your memories, and your memories project themselves in the screen of your mind. Your memories contain a past, a memory of your circumstances, a conceptualization that you have about life, the things you tell yourself about life, the things you tell yourself about yourself, and that appears there, and you regard that to be real. But that has only reality for you, because I wake up to we all wake up to a different, completely whole different story. So the phenomena is this: we wake up every morning, we project in our mind, all these memories in the screen of our mind. Imagine this is the screen of your mind, and in that screen you project your interpretation of your circumstances. which is your own interpretation of your circumstances. Because your real circumstances is the day you have to live, not the opinion you have about your circumstances. It's only the day you have to live, and whatever that day will bring you. That's the only thing that is going to happen in reality. That's that day that you have to live is the only place where we share our lives, because you know, your memories, I don't know nothing about them, but that you are here, I know, because you are here. So, you know, you wake up, you project this in your mind where there are, you know, where there is people, your mother, your father, your son, your daughter, your friends, your colleagues at work, and this mechanism starts chattering around and doing projection, and then you have one day to live. So what we apply is a discipline into that day, and the discipline starts from the moment you wake up to the moment that you do your first meditation. And this is what I call, we advise to do Tratak. This is what I call the good morning day, and the explanation of that I did it this morning, so I'm not going to do it again. But it's based basically on taking importance to that, because you know, we identify with this. We think we are this, but nobody knows that. What people will know about you is if they meet you that day, whatever you express that day. That is the imprint you will leave in others. You know, this is in reality is non-existent. We give it a lot of importance, but it is non-existent. So basically the good morning day is take all the importance out of that bag of memories and give importance to the day you have to live, which is the only place where you can do something for your life or for the life of your loved ones. Take the importance of that and look yourself in the mirror properly, which is by all the mind chatter at the first time in the morning, direct that mind chatter to God. I explained this morning how to do that, so you can always go to the video. And then you do your Tratak meditation that I've already explained how to do it, and you all know already how to do it. And then you have one day to live. And one day is composed of what you do, what you think, and what you feel. So the actions, the thoughts, and the feelings. In other words, the I, because the I that you feel you are is this sensation of an I that is in charge. And this sensation of an I that is in charge is not there while you are sleeping. While you are sleeping, there is no I. You know, you might be dreaming, but you are not in charge. You know, if you have dreams, you are not in charge of the dreams. The dreams happen. So when you wake up, your I, you have the feeling, I'm in charge of my life. And who am I? You identify with this. I am this bag of memories, and you know that, and this bag of memories is projected to this imaginary future, which never arrives. You know, and it is very easy to know that it never arrives, but by just going back, you know, like 15 years ago or whatever, and think about what I, you know, woke up 15 years ago and what kind of projections into the future he was doing. And, you know, it was just, you know, a movement of the mind, right? You realize that? So this is something that is there happening, which is the source of all sufferings, and we take all the importance to that, and we give importance to the following things because you think people know you by your memories. In fact, many times in the play that we do with our memories, we imagine ourselves as someone else in our memory would be seeing us, you know. So you imagine yourself looked by your friend or your boss or your mother or your father, you name it. You know, you kind of think that they are looking, you know, at this idea you have of you, while the other people are doing exactly the same. Everything is invented, everything is unreal. People in reality know you through your actions. Through your actions they will know you. And this is Karma Yoga. And in what is Karma Yoga based? It's a very simple practice in reality. Karma Yoga, the main thing of Karma Yoga is that you forget about the results of your action. The mind is kind of deluded into the idea that I will get the satisfaction from this action with the results. So you are brushing your teeth and your mind is in having the teeth brushed. You are washing the dishes and your mind is in having the dishes washed. Is forgetting about the result and letting yourself be in front of that action, because you know the I during one day will be doing things, thinking things, feeling things. The I is associated with I do, I think, I feel. So the I that wakes up in the morning, that is in charge, does things and feels things, and that is what the I is composed of, which are the three yogas: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. So in any day of your life, someone that is working, you know, like you or you, John, of one day, how many hours are not hours of things that you have to do without even thinking about if you want to do them or not want to do them, that you have to do them? For example, cooking or picking the children from school or going to work. How many hours is actions that you have to do? Yes or yes? A lot of hours. You could say that in those 16 hours that you are awake, it could be even 10 hours or 8 hours that are actions that you have to do yes or yes. So if you have to do it yes or yes, why don't you give yourself completely in what you are doing, as if you were doing it for God Himself, like an offering to God? Whatever it is, cleaning the floors, brushing your teeth, doing the cooking, writing that email, you know, give yourself, forget about the results, make it as an offering and give yourself completely to it. Forget about the results, give yourself completely to it, and you will naturally get the best results. And you have so many hours to practice because you have so many actions to perform that you have to perform them, yes or yes. So, you know, during one day you have to train yourself a little bit. When you are in front of an action and you find yourself wanting the result of that action, forget about the result and just give yourself completely in that action, in the peeling of the potatoes, or in the brushing of the floor, or in the writing that email, or, you know, give yourself completely to it. give the best to it, like if God himself was looking at you, doing what you are doing. Forget about the results. Let the results to God. You know, results come by themselves. You have no control over the results, but you have control over how you perform your actions. And that is karma yoga at the end of the day. Because if you do things like that, they say karma yoga is do good, be good. If you do things like that, you will not naturally be good. Because you are performing your actions like an offering. And that is karma yoga. During one day, you have 16 hours, so you start with the good morning day practice, you do your Tratak meditation, you start your day, and to actions, you apply this little simple rule. Every time you remember and you are in front of something you are doing, forget about everything else. Give yourself completely to that action. That's the only thing you can do then. That's how they are going to know you, through your actions. So that's the only important thing at that very moment. So just give yourself completely, make it an offering to God. Convert every action into a service. And that is karma yoga. Thoughts, that's a difficult one. Because thoughts is the main source of suffering, and you know we are so attached to our opinions and our thoughts and our conceptions and our ideas of how things should be. You know, it's like if we knew better than God how this should have been designed. You know, we are very difficult with thoughts. But with thoughts I would, you know what I teach, and what is very practical to start with is by the following thing. Teach your mind to don't judge. This is a universal teaching. It is in Buddhism, it is in Christianity. Judge ye not, how it is in the Bible, judge ye not, so you will not be judged. You know, which is, Jesus gave many examples also. You know, they were judging a prostitute and said, where do you go? Who is here free of sin, you know? Come on, don't tell me stupidities. Which means we all have a bullshitter, you know, covering, you know, like a superficial superimposition over us. We are all bullshitters. So, you know, you see a bullshitter, but a bullshitter like you, come on, not so different. Don't judge. Don't judge, because who are you to judge? And you know, and our mind is trained to judge things. And we are judging all the time. Even with our language, when we speak, we say, oh, this person is so inconsiderate. You don't tell that he enters every day to the office and doesn't say good morning, which will be describing an action without giving any judgment. Oh, Ramon enters every day in the breakfast room and doesn't say good morning. No. Oh, Ramon is very inconsiderate. And someone would say, yes, true. Because we are so used to make judgments about everything. And you know, and you are walking in the street and you look at someone and your mind thinks, look at that asshole walking, you know, and you see someone speaking with another one, say, fucking stupid. You know, your mind is always putting labels to people of judgments. Don't do that. The way of not doing this, Guruji taught the anti-Matilda practices. Which has the short version and the long version. The short version is very simple. When you see something outside that you don't like, you are projecting yourself, because that is how mind works. You are just seeing your own memories. So, you know, in a scheme of the mind, you know, you perceive through your senses. You know, some event happens here outside, and you perceive through the senses, and the senses create, you know, a pattern or an image or whatever of this that is perceived, and then you go to the memory box, and if you perceive from the senses, and you know, I'm perceiving you, I say, ah, John, you know, I pick John from my memory box. But if I am walking through the street and I say, look that asshole, I am not seeing this guy, I am seeing my own asshole. Because it's just that I have associated this event to a memory I have, which is mine. So it's my own asshole that I am looking at. So whenever your mind says, you know, thinks, when you know, are speaking with some person, or you are walking in the street, whenever your mind or your wife, you know, you are at home and your wife goes by and your mind thinks, always complaining, no? For example, here is my complaining wife, no? Whatever, no? Ask yourself, when your mind has thought that, ask yourself, how I am the one that complains? In which way what I am seeing is my own complaint? And if you are a little bit honest enough, you will see it immediately. You are just projecting yourself in what is happening. So teach your mind not to judge with this simple technique for the short judgments, which is these thoughts that we keep producing about people, you know, that are silently there, kept in the mind. And the long version is when you get angry with someone, you know, when you have a person, you know, the story of Auntie Matilda. Auntie Matilda have given you a bad word that morning, and you get out of the house and you say, fucking Auntie Matilda, how she tells me this, and you get into the car and you start with Auntie Matilda, and there you go and go and go, Auntie Matilda, and you can be hours of those 16 precious hours you have to live. You can be hours with Auntie Matilda, getting nowhere with Auntie Matilda or yourself. So when that happens to you, what you have to do is the following simple thing. When you realize that you've been a while with Auntie Matilda, say you get into the car with Auntie Matilda, you arrive to the office and you are still with Auntie Matilda in your mind. And you realize that you are in the office, you have to leave Auntie Matilda to one side because you have to take care of whatever job you have to do. So you put Auntie Matilda to the side, you look at the watch and you say, I've been an hour and a half with Auntie Matilda thinking negative thoughts. Okay, so you make an agreement with yourself to find time during that day to go through all positive memories you may have from Auntie Matilda, because you only get angry like that with people that you have a long-term, normally family, friends, bosses that you've been working for a time. It's normally people that are near to you that you get, going on and on with them. So, that day, you know, you say, okay, well, this afternoon I have some time at 6 o'clock, so I will go to have a coffee by the river, and then you sit down to have a coffee, and then you go back in your memory to the first memories you have of Auntie Matilda. If it is a family person, it could be since you are little. If it is your husband or wife, when you met him, and you just pick the first good memory you have of Auntie Matilda. And once you pick that memory, you continue pulling the string for the next memory that is good. For if you've been an hour and a half with Auntie Matilda in negative, you are an hour and 35 minutes with Auntie Matilda in positive. And you balance it out. If you do this, and this is my own experience, 3-4 times, you will never get angry with anyone for more than 5 minutes, because you know it's easier to compensate with 6 minutes and the mind gets used to it and you stop getting angry. If you do this thing with the short judgments that your mind does, you will find yourself not doing judgments about people, and you will discover new dimensions of people. So, to deal with thoughts, to begin with, in the prep course, the best thing is to start there. Jnana Yoga, in ultimate instance, is to discern or discriminate between what is real and what is unreal. But we start by discriminating that all those judgments, all those opinions, and all those beliefs that we have about ourselves and about life and this, that they are not real. So the essence with the Jnana Yoga to begin with is to learn to discard all those things in the mind, that we do it through the meditation techniques, to teach the mind not to judge, and you know, to begin with, for thoughts, if you do this during your day, little by little things will get cleared. Now, feelings, during one day, you will feel, every day you will feel in different ways. So you might feel bored, you might feel happy, you might feel, but you wake up with a feeling. The feeling you want to unfold within you, which is the source of all feelings, is love. You know, because we could represent it like this, like a prism, and light there is only one, which is white, and then goes through a prism, and you have all the colors, you know. So this energy, the main feeling, the source feeling, is love. It goes through the prism of the mind, this prism of the mind, and it creates all the emotions or all the feelings, you know, from fear to the feeling of being in love with someone. But they are all, you know, this love going through the mind. So, to connect yourself with that love, there are no rules. There are no rules for love. You know, love has to happen by itself. But certain things help or prepare the ground so that thing happens. And one of the things that works very, very well is service. Dedicate some time of your week or of your day to service others, without the right hand knowing what the left hand is doing, which is You know, if you decide to be a voluntary in the Red Cross to take care of old people that have nobody taking care of them, don't publish it in Facebook. Tell everybody. Because then you are kind of looking for a result. The best thing of service is that you do it as a very, very private thing. There is nothing for you. So you have to do it so that there is nothing for you. You have to find a way that nobody knows, or that you know that it is as private as possible. And it has to be something that you enjoy doing. You cannot force yourself to do a service that you not enjoy doing. For example, if you hate old people, don't try to help them. But you know, if you have some attraction to old people, i.e. because you helped your grandmother when she was ill, and you remember her, and you could see her as a little child, and you like old people, and some people do, well, go to the Red Cross or to any association and do something like that, and just keep it for yourself. Do it just for the act of servicing. And the other thing you can do with to open your heart is literally sing and dance. Sing and dance. You know, like, I am sure that many of you have sung in the shower, you know, and you sing a song and your heart, you get uplifted by singing. Okay, sing, praise to God, you know, sing hymns, sing kirtan, sing gospel, it doesn't mind. Whatever you sing that uplifts your heart is also good for the heart. And every day, when the day finishes, not just before you go to bed, but when you can give your day as finished, could be just before dinner, for example. It's a good moment. You have had all day with all the things, you are going to sit for dinner, so you sit down and you do your second meditation. And put in every day that rhythm. And just live your life as an experience that exists by itself, and you know, awake to live that experience fully by bringing all your senses to the day that you are living, by bringing awareness to your actions, which is what you will be doing through Karma Yoga, by bringing awareness to your thoughts, which is what you will be doing with Jnana Yoga. This is, you know, the preparatory, this is how you start. You know, then you can go more in depth, more in depth, more in depth, but how you start. But if you start and you keep going, naturally you will go more in depth, more in depth, more in depth. No? In Jnana Yoga, we could also add read good books, okay? You know, feed your mind with good ailments. You say alimentos, with good aliments. You know, people are so worried of how they feed their bodies, and then they sit down and watch 5 hours of reality shows or violent crime films, and they think that it doesn't affect them, that the steak affects them. No, it's the other way around. It affects you much more because it's more subtle. So, you know, I always say, look, 2 hours of a reality show is worth, in intoxicating capabilities, is worth 200 steaks. So you choose what you prefer. So feed your mind with good books, good satsangs, good thoughts, philosophers, poetry, you know, good thought. Feed your mind with quality. That's part of the jnana yoga practice also. Your actions is very simple, and then life becomes very easy, because life is only one day. You just have to deal with 16 hours. You just have to apply a simple discipline and see what happens. The discipline is very simple, and if you apply it, it works. I could even say magically, although it's not magic, because it works, because it is well designed. And this is what all traditions teach in reality, you know, because if you go to the, say, the Buddhists, the octuple path, well, the correct actions, the correct thoughts, the correct feelings, which is compassion, developing the concentration, developing mindfulness, you know, all the octuple path, you know, you have them here, and you go to Christians and the same, you know. So it's just to apply this simple discipline to your life. It works. The way to teach this to others is by, you know, teaching all the techniques and giving the main concepts that are required, and then following up for 8 weeks. What we are going to do here is the weekend courses. We will make a follow-up of 8 weeks through the website, through an online, so that you kind of motivate people to practice the discipline for 8 weeks. Because if you practice it for 8 weeks, you have learned it forever. It's like learning to ride a bike. You will never forget. You might stop meditating, you might stop applying the discipline, but when you are in the rut, you will remember, I have a tool to get out of the rut, and you will apply it, and you will have not forget anything. So many people can benefit of this tool, and our objective is letting them know that we are here ready to teach them the tool. Questions, if you have any. So
I'm frustrated that I can't get this through to my grown children. My oldest son grasped it a little bit. My oldest daughter needs it, and I just can't make it in.
Invite her to come. I'll
She
try with
wouldn't.
it.
That's what I have said, try this book, read it, you know, meditate for 5 minutes, and she says, Dad, I don't have time, blah, 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 blah. And I know, I'm looking at her, and I know,
Well,
if you just tried it, you would feel so much better.
Invite her to come over a weekend here to have an experience. Say, look.
Well, she has 4 kids, so it'd be hard for her to come for a whole week.
Okay. Weekend, I say.
Oh,
Weekend.
but no, that's all. It's like I keep planting seeds, but nothing's growing yet.
Well, you know, we are not proselytists in the sense. So, you know, we say, look, the tool is here, you know, and
Right.
people that want to take it, and you know, you cannot force anybody to meditate. It's impossible. So, you know, it's like, look, this is available, and if they feel attracted to it, they will try, and if they not feel attracted to it, nothing happens, you know. Eventually everybody in this lifetime or in some other future lifetimes will come to meditation, because meditation is not enough, you know, necessary, suficiente y necesario. It's not sufficient, but it is a requirement.
Yeah.
So only with meditation you don't unfold your heart, but it's necessary to unfold your heart.
Yeah.
More questions?
The judgment, since people judge anyway, how about observe instead of judge? That could be.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you observe, which means that you see things, but you know, judgment is when you apply the label of this is good, this is bad.
Yeah.
To put you an example that is easy to understand. The Republicans are bad, the Democrats are good. That would be said by a Democrat, because the Republicans will say the opposite. The Republicans are good, the Democrats are bad. What we have in life is opposing forces. And through the interaction of these opposing forces, movement is created. So there is nothing good or bad, there are opposing forces. It's like you are watching how the ecology of the African savanna is, and you see the lions eating the gazelles, but you don't say, oh, the gazelles are the good ones because they are vegetarian and so nice, and look at those lions with those teeth. So the lions are bad and the gazelles are good, and then you don't understand how things work. They have, both of them have to exist. You cannot say an electron because it is negative and no mass, oh, he must be bad. The proton, positive and with mass, that's the good one. No, both are needed, and the interaction between both creates this movement. So there are not good things and bad things, but there are opposing forces. There is sattvas and tamas, but you cannot exist without tamas, like you cannot exist without sattvas. What you need is the balance between sattvas and tamas. And so not judging is basically not thinking that something is bad, because it is necessarily bad if you want. It's just there because it has to be there, so that this manifestation exists.
I'm judging less because something I read really struck me is every time you judge, you're exposing an unhealed part of yourself. So I started to look at my opinions or judgments as, well, what is that really saying about? I started, instead of just throwing them out here and out, why do I, what's that?
Yeah, exactly.
What
That's
memory, what feeling?
What is it that I am projecting
Right.
of myself
So I started to look at
in
it
that,
way.
and if you do it, you see it immediately.
Yeah, usually
You
it's
know, you look and you say, oh, this arrogant. And if you, in the moment your mind thinks that you look at yourself, you will see your own arrogant looking and projecting itself in the arrogant that you are labeling as that, and in a judgmental way, which means that there is an emotion attached, like of rejecting. In reality, you are rejecting yourself.
Yeah.
Because your neighbor is thyself. That's why the saying goes, love thy neighbor as thyself, because in fact it is thyself.
Yeah.
So we call it a rap, and we get the musicians prepared. We have a bite to eat,
Sure.
and then we just sing and dance.
Sing it.
So a rap, then we call it a rap. No lo apagues porque así va.
Do what you want.
Sí, ¿no? I després la liem. La lieu, perdó. Que et gravarà? I et està gravant,
Let me go. I don't wanna be here in a room. I don't wanna
baby.
No, I think John is there.
Just wanna
John
fight
is
like
here.
everyone else.
What?
I try. Let me go. Yeah.
You're masquerade. I don't wanna be a part of your parade. Everyone deserves a chance to walk with anyone else. We're holding down. It's hard to keep my heart getting around. Maybe write me some new things, and then night out on the weekend. So let me go. I don't wanna be your hero. I don't wanna be a victim. Just wanna fight like everyone else.
No, just a little oval. So we go on. Oh, sorry, on the front. Okay, so. See if you put the video
I el micro de pinso on està?
Au,
El micro de pinso, perquè no hi ha un micro. Això el Ramon.
s'haurem de passar.
Sounds good?
Sí.
Yeah.
Pots tirar una miqueta més cap a l'esquerra? Dreta, teva?
Yeah, bueno.
Pots?
Sí. Molt.
No, una mica. Una mica ja fas, aquí sí.
I ja està. Uig.
Aquí també hi haurà un micro més mà de tot, no?
De fet em podria posar una cadira perquè si he de cantar. Perquè això no...
Bueno, ara deixa'm a l'amic que em va bé aquest, no? O què?
El què?
Què vols treure, senyor?
No, agafar una cadira d'aquestes. Perquè...
Oh.
Muy bajo, ¿no?
What?
Muy bajo.
Bueno, però és que el pie de micro de
Oh.
this... what's the name of that?
No tiene como... Sí.
It's created by us. That's
Designed by you.
yeah. It cannot
It's the
be
left,
it cannot be taller or
That's it, that's the height.
we have to put in
do you need? I'll get it for you. What do you need?
No, I play the harmonica also. And I think I have it in the bedroom.
We got my iPad. Oh, my iPad is all the way down.
We're in the car.
Yeah.
In the truck.
Nice to record on my iPad. Maybe I'll go. What time do we have to leave, son?
We're just gonna listen a little bit. It's 10 o'clock already.
So what do you have to do tomorrow? You working tomorrow?
Me? No.
So I'll record on my phone. Did your son get food?
I don't know. Did your son get food?
Don't worry, I will take
So you will reach an age where your children will feed you. Like tomorrow I'll go to my son's and we'll watch football and meal. The grandkids will be running around.
Oh, you have that too. Oh my God, look at that.
I mean, am I looking at like a Spanish version of Bruce Springsteen?
Did you bring the accordion, Joanne?
No,
He plays the accordion too.
Bruce Springsteen, that's me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, he does. The little one. You're right. The little chord. How is?
And you played, what do you call it?
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
And, but I don't play it very well.
So while we wait, because you know the artists are always late,
You are always late.
I will sing some song. The song is a song of Charlie Rhodes, an Australian guy.
Let's do something.
I can tell you. I'd be there. Ready to get rid of this.
have Alex Brownwell from Michigan. We have Isabel from Rouse. Do you know Rouse?
It's near to
Rouse,
Cambridge.
it's Cambridge.
¿Alguien quiere prosecco?
No, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thought you were going to sing though.
Yeah.
Bueno,
Do you want some?
No, thank you.
I'm sorry, Alex, I'm driving.
No, en directo, pues.
Okay. No.
So what's the plan?
What?
What's the plan?
Do you want some? Or?
Yeah, right now.
Yes? Okay, one for each.
El último no voy a abrir.
Okay. Whatever you want. Whatever you need. I'll bring it.
That's a song of Bob Marley. That is a speaker singer, you know. It's not really known, this song, but I love it. You can put this way.
No, sí está bien. Así está bien. Este pequeño. Sí, pero tengo esto.
It's exactly right.
¿No? Sí, ¿no? Sí. Hola, hola, probando. Este es un micro MacGyver. Eh?
Chica la palanca.
Quina.
Y que suena millor.
Ara? Probando, probando. Hombre, estupendo. Okay, hi. Hi. It's a pleasure to stay here with you. Today, I talk to you about feelings in my special English, of course. I hope you can understand me. If not avec words, if not with my works, I hope you can feel my heart tonight. Okay. This is a poem who writes Guru Rashananda. The poem is Traveling. I try in English. Okay. Lo que tú me dices sobre la calidad.
El caracolito no acaba, güey.
No, porque os la tiras. We talk about what kind of music he plays. See, why not? Okay, thinking about that. We are traveling the road and we don't know where we go. But we go on and on. What the destination is, we know not. But we travel on and on. We know that there is somewhere where we will reach, trying hard to climb and to reach. Beloved, where will I find a friend like you? When the heart and the heart is together, and the night that togetherness, I could say, my friend, where could I find a friend like you? Oh, love, love, love. Your consciousness is what I am made of. In the car we drive, the very car comes alive in which we drive. So steer straight on and have your eyes open. In awakening as a being that knows the darkness and the light, life always becomes bright. For seeing the brief, all is right. Drive on. It's your turn.
I see. She always do the same, right? Let's go some página.
This poem writes a girl I know. It's delicate woman who looked the nature outside and inside. As she reads this poem in Italian language. I try to translate to Catalan my language, and after I try to translate in English. And with Alex, we prepare this more or less, I think. The spirit is this. I need this water. Oops.
Tan buenas las flores.
Espera, aquí se ven más bonitas, ¿no? ¿Sí?
Poco,
O menos mártires.
vale. Está ya.
It's an orthodox, ¿cómo se dice? Recital. Ramón, ¿cómo se dice? Recital. Recital en inglés.
Recital.
Que es un recital ortodoxo, como pueden ver.
It's an orthodox recital.
Yo camino, sí. Ok.
Más cerca.
Más cerca, sí. Like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Flowers. Flowers? Oh, flowers. It's you? Really? Flowers. Oh, thanks. I did not find the time to return and be able to admire your endless colors, like thousands of light brush strokes of flowers, and taking your varied and fragile forms. Oh, I couldn't find the time to breathe in your deep perfumes, full of sensations and full of beautiful memories. Memories that so often pass through time in the life that man forgets to remember. That man forgets to remember. Thank you, flowers. That still you return to the season of which you came. But flowers, tell me, who designed you? And who painted you like this? Who has brought each of your delicate petals one by one, and one by one of each petals, to then fall and then meet again amongst the grass that always surround you so many times. Flowers who reanimates you, who protects you, who? Oh yeah, thank you. I know. It could be none other than the creator of all this infinite wonder that you are. Oh, thanks. Listen to me, flowers. You who never fail in the fields, in the woods, in the gardens, in sacred rituals of love, listen to me. One day, in the future, when I am no longer on this earth, come find me again in the afterlife. Accompany me, even if it is only for one day in my long voyage to or and your creator. And we can all give thanks together for our existence. Flower, I'll wait for you there. I think this was a beautiful poem, because sometimes we forget to look, to see, to appreciate all the little things are close us. Ramón, este es de Santa Teresa, muy pequeñito, este creo que lo puedes...
En directo, sin prepararlo,
no. Pues para los que entienden español, ¿vale?
Okay,
Lo diré muy despacito, ¿sí? It's a poem of Santa Teresa de Jesús, is a monk, como es monja en femenino. A monk, igual. Nun. And a spiritual leader. Is nada te turbe, nada te turbe, nada te espante, todo se pasa. Dios no se muda, la paciencia todo lo alcanza. Quien a Dios tiene, nada le falta, solo Dios basta. Only good is enough.
Only God.
Only God.
God.
¿Qué he dicho?
Only good.
Ah, no, God.
God is good.
Is enough. Ah, Joan, una cançoneta, tu.
No sé què tocar. Vamos a estar aquí.
Okay. This is not a poem, it's like a history. And I think this is too easy to translate, but Ramon can do that. It's a history with between men and women who travel together, but don't have lovers and anything, just friends and no more.
Okay.
But for different reasons, they need sleep together in the same bed. During the day, they ¿cómo es actuar? Like Joan and me, performs, but it's not our history. During the day, he performs, and each night they need sleep together. Yeah. And then say in Spanish, él la buscaba todas las noches, ella le sonreía todos los días. Él la acariciaba, piel con piel sin decir nada. Ella jugaba a sentirse querida. Él deseaba sus curvas, su piel, su figura, su pelo, su cara, sus besos, sus manos. Y con tremenda dulzura, ella jugaba a sentirse querida. Sentía el deseo entre sus muslos detrás, en la espalda y la cintura. Sus brazos la dibujaban. Él la buscaba todas las noches y ella sonreía todos los días. Un juego macabro, un juego peligroso, un juego arriesgado, un juego mentiroso. Jugando de noche, cantando de día, él la buscaba todas las noches y ella sonreía todos los días. Okay, and the last one. This poem. Okay, after. I say you after. Espera. Coño, ya.
Sí, mejor.
Acorta eso.
Better.
Ya, es que.
They need a
Ahora
microphone
lo puedo hacer
instead.
así. Okay, the last one. Let yourself be carried away, and so will find everything. Let yourself be carried away. See in or land beyond. Let yourself be carried away. You will see how good it goes. Let yourself be carried away, living mortal, and just breathe. The title, I still don't know. Could be something like, get out of recycled garbage, and I do not know how I ended up sinking to the clouds. We sea water to the neck, and the sea shit in the hair. But I think this title is so long. And that's it.
Who's that poem from?
Of course, mine. One day when I go to the, you know.
Can I ask you to read one more that I have?
Hmm?
It's from a Spanish, he's a Spanish poet.
Okay.
He won the Nobel Prize, I think, if I'm not wrong, 1950 something. Juan Ramon Jimenez. Did I say
Juan
that
Ramon
right?
Jimenez. Hmm.
That's
Oh,
one.
in English.
Yeah. I have the poem for quite a while, yes.
A ver, just a minute. What's meaning whom?
It's who,
Who.
but
With M.
yeah, it's same as who. It's a grammatical
It's
context.
Ah, okay, okay. Then I think I understand. Este palo de micro está guay, ¿eh? Espera que lo ajusto. A ver.
You want a pillow? You want a pillow on that, please?
No, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you. Okay, I tried. Okay. I am not I. I am this one walking beside me, whom I do not see, whom at times I manage to visit, and whom at other times I forget, who remains calm and silent while I talk, and forgive gently when I hate, who walks where I am not, who will remain standing when I die. Juan Ramón Jiménez.
Beautiful.
Now, Alex, your turn.
Your turn too. Reglas flors.
Ah, they're quite nice actually. We forgot the second microphone.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
should we have another?
Es que me tendríais que haber dicho antes.
Oh, ya, pero no estabas antes nunca.
Coño, la oficina.
Que queda grabado, ¿eh? Juan.
Ya, bueno, pues estamos ahí liados. Bueno, nada, yo grito. que falta.
Bueno, what would you like to start with?
I don't know, like a function, for example, if I'm very happy.
No. We listen your guitar and we listen Alex voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Oh, a little guitar.
This one had a baby.
Just born.
No, it's not.
Yes. Fresh fetus.
Yeah.
All right. You did Folsom actually? Folsom?
Gonna peel on it?
Folsom? No, that's okay.
He's perfect.
Yes, right?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
It's good, kind of.
Yes.
It's, they are on different kind of
Well, that's some very nice poetry. This is kind of like a poem as well. It's, you can take it as a metaphor or literal if you want to. Because we all have a kind of prison in our minds. And we gotta escape it. Or not. And sometimes there's a sound that reminds us of outside the prison, a potential freedom that's just out of reach. I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Train keeps on going, I hold my head and cry. See that train I'm going, it's moving around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I heard a man in Reno just to watch him die. I hear that whistle blowing down into San Antonio. You go, ooh, ooh, probably restaurants speaking in them fancy dining cars, probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. If they free me from this prison, they free me from this place, free me from this prison, far, far away, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. Those people keep on moving, far, far away. chances. I don't know when I'm stuck in Folsom Prison and time keeps dragging on. The train keeps on moving, and I just lay at home. Probably feel people in them fancy dining cars, probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. Those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Yeah, those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me.
Great. That's nice. I was surprised. And she's holding up. I can see it. She can share more.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, it's really loud, so I was trying to.
You could see it. Wow, that was great.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, we could do something a little happy. How about that one?
This one?
Well, that one. Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
He doesn't know what to play.
It's all right.
That's how it is at the bar.
¿Cómo
Oh,
es
that
ensayar? ¿Cómo es ensayar?
Rehearse.
We rehearse yesterday.
Alex, that's how it is at the bar with him.
Oh, it's artistic license, you know. What do you call it? Spontaneous flow? Flow spontaneous?
Spontaneous flow.
Spontaneous flow? And spontaneamente.
Something.
Spontaneity is what we need.
Faltam os tambores.
Os tambor.
There's some congas back there.
Please.
Okay, yeah, you guys can help us.
Okay, go. Go, Schwab. You don't play a tambor? No?
Early in the morning, rising to the street, light me up that cigarette, strap shoes on my feet. Got to find a reason things went wrong. I got to find a reason why my money's all gone. I got a Dalmatian, I can still get high. I can play the guitar like a motherfucker.
Should we try that? We could try.
Too much talent in here.
What kind of music do you guys like? You like rock or soul or
Both.
anything? All of the above.
Anything with soul.
Wherever's come from your heart.
Anything that he knows how to play is
Anything
good.
that you express.
Right, John?
What?
Anything that you know how to play is fine with us.
Yeah, if you like soul, I will play wherever.
We could try this one, eh? Yes?
Yeah, that's the way.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I think I don't need to think.
Can I open this door a little?
Darling.
Okay.
Alright, you've probably heard this song before.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's no one where she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Wonder if she's gone too long. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 I Hey, I'll leave this thing alone. It ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's no fun when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When this house just ain't no home. Many times she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
I think it's a song for the day of Java. There's a joke, but I couldn't do the joke in English, so I did it in Catalan.
Translation to
How is the
Spanish.
joke in Catalan?
But I don't know if she's
Laughing?
laughing on me.
Oh!
You're laughing on me?
Oh, you don't
Oh,
know.
at you? No, no, no.
Ah, okay.
Never, only from time to time.
Well, never say never.
It's okay.
Did you
know her before?
You could do anything. I mean,
Never when I am
Before
a
you conhecia.
how do you feel to play this?
It was.
Did you know her?
With the way you want.
Yeah, well.
Sing what I should do.
Perché quando fai lo spot di felicità?
Alright.
Sing what you sing
Okay.
me for to.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay. This is a song about denial.
It's like, you know, it's a strange duet. That's the way.
It's a
a strange duet?
Because you guys speak your own language, Jamie. We are trying to understand what you guys are saying.
Alright, this song is kind of about denial and surrendering to needing help sometimes. That's my interpretation anyway. They try to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been back, but when I come back ill, no, no, no. I ain't got the time, and then my daddy thinks I'm fine. They try to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. I don't ever wanna drink again. I just wanna be a friend. I don't wanna spend 10 weeks. I've every one thing, I'm the man. Oh, it's not just my pride. It's just till my tears have dried. Try to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back in, no, no, no. I ain't got the time, and my daddy thinks I'm fine. They try to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. I don't feel with break. I ain't got 70 days. No, there's nothing you can teach me that I can learn from Mr. Hathaway. Oh, it's not just my pride. There's me, yeah, baby, yeah, the rest. Try to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been back, but when I come back, yeah, no, no, no. I always have the time, and my daddy thinks I'm fine. They tried to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no. That was a song with 3 different tempos. We could do something really easy that everyone could sing with us.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah,
Like what?
like this. It goes a little something like this.
What else has to be happy birthday?
All right.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Or something you can
Yeah.
all sing.
Happy birthday, we all
Can you
know.
say knock, 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 knock?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ketchup.
Bob Dylan.
Oh,
All right. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah.
Oh my God. That I want to see.
Let's see if I know the words.
To Nicholas. Oh God, yes. Let's see.
Mama, take this badge away. I can't take it anymore.
Stuck, like
Stuck.
stuck.
You like stuck.
Stuck, yeah. What's the meaning of a stuck? I don't know.
Trapeado, no puedes mover.
Bloqueado.
Atrapado.
Atrapado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot. Yeah.
You like to be stuck.
For the others. But, yeah.
All right.
That's great.
All right. This is a song about making bad decisions.
We all make them up.
Yeah. And you feel like after you make the decision, and then you realize, but it's too late. You're stuck in the middle of this decision. You should have listened to Mama or Grandma. I told you not to eat chocolate and cheese.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got a feeling there's something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off this chair, and I don't know how I'll get down the stairs. Clouds to the left of me, doors to the right. I am stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. Is it cool if I just sleep on the floor? I don't think I could take any more. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, you started out with nothing, proud that you're a selfish man. And these empty y'all keep calling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face, lose control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, I'm in the middle, vow that you're a selfish man. And your friends keep on calling, they slap you on the back and they say, please, please. Stuck in the middle with you, stuck in the middle with you, stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you.
Normally we play with the band,
Oh.
percussion, bass, so yeah. That's why we're looking at each other like,
We have both.
here, wait, here. It's like very nice, but a little naked compared to normal.
It's like it's missing something.
Yeah. No, it's
great.
another type of thing.
What?
It's
It's
different.
really good.
Yeah.
It's,
Very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, you enjoy it?
I am, yes.
Oh my God.
I can try with the bongos. I'm not a percussionist, but I can.
No, I mean, I wasn't complaining. I was just explaining if we look a little like
Yeah.
weird, like that's why.
I'm not used to
Yeah.
play for others. So
That's such a lie.
and I normally play for me in the club.
You mean with others?
Yeah, with others.
Yeah, okay.
With others, if the others play for me, it's I'm more used.
You could
But you
Me
don't
play
play-
for the others because I'm not a good.
You don't play
leader,
the band, that's
or
what you're
whatever.
saying?
What?
You don't play the band? He's in the band, right?
Yeah, when I play with the band that she plays also.
Well,
It's
we're not
because
in a
I'm
band
the
together per
solist.
se, but we play
I-
jams
yeah.
and.
Oh.
When she plays.
You're a one-man band,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then sometimes.
It's a solo band.
Yeah, one-man
Yeah,
band.
or I like to sing, so I need people like she. I need people that follow me.
I follow you.
Follow you.
No, try to follow you.
The egos.
Oh, Ramon is playing now. Good, Ramon. Here,
All
Ramon
right.
is ready.
Well,
So-
we have two that we haven't played, right? Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Ramon.
Oh, there's still more? Oh, good.
Like the forest.
Four trees.
Oh, tree, it is you.
Yeah. And the tree said,
I was a tree once.
Which one?
All right.
Did you find it? Yes, there was.
They always find it.
I'm also used to singing for people who don't understand English, so I can cheat and not know the words. And I'm like, oh wait, no English here. So pardon me if I'm equivocado, if I make a mistake.
Need your love, I need your love. 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 You have to know. So tonight, take me there. I see your eyes, I start to know, and I know that I'm taking you. I want your love, I take your love all night. I'm castle in the sky, come fly with me, eternally, you and me. We were meant to be. Can't help now. You spend the night together, wake up and live forever. Can't help. All right now, we'll spend the night together, wake up and live forever. In the sky, and fly with me, eternally, you and me. We were meant to be. Can't help. All right now, we'll spend the night together. Run up and live forever. Can't help. All right now, we'll spend the night together. Wake up and live forever. Need your love, together. Wake up and live forever. Let happen. All right now, we'll spend the night together. Wake up, all right now, we'll spend the night together. Wake up and live forever. Head up. All right now, we'll spend the night together. Wake up and live forever. I need your love, 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 I need your love,
Do you know Jamiroquai? Virtual Insanity. Sometimes he does that, like, nom, 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 like, so that's why I was doing that.
Yeah, sure.
This wasn't in your face though. Ah, okay, let's do that. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
What's that?
Yes, that.
The same.
You keep saying that you got something for me, something they call love, but confess it. You keep running where you shouldn't have been playing. Now someone else is getting all the rest. These boots made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep losing when you ought to be choosing. You keep losing when you ought to not been. I've been gonna be the changing. What's right and you ain't been right yet. Those boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Walk it out. Walk it out.
You finish it.
You keep playing, knowing how to be changing. You keep thinking that you ain't gonna get burnt, but I just got me a brand new box of matches. What's right and right, and that's a lesson learned. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Hallelujah.
Alex Ramon from Michigan.
How did you get? You too get the voice. You too. At the end of the day, it just like came out.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to have 2 microphones, but it didn't happen. Next time. We'd sing well together. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we could do without microphone. You're right next to us, so.
Yeah. Then me.
What's that song that you play? I have to follow you on.
Ariane,
Okay.
without the sound of guitar also.
Are you singing Spanish now?
No.
No. Is there any Spanish song that you sing?
I don't know.
What?
You sing some Spanish song?
Volando voy, volando vengo.
Alex sings in English.
You're like, stop. Do not destroy our language.
Right, Ramon, don't go there.
Okay, one you know.
Yeah, you sing. Or you take the microphone, I'll sing the second voice over here. Huh?
Yeah, then we can. No,
And everybody could sing.
yeah.
We're just,
Sure you know.
yeah.
I have the guitar that stop here, then I know where is it. Oasis?
wants to go.
We're going to
Okay.
listen to one more.
Yeah, they will.
Then we,
The last one for these people, for him.
oh, you will stay?
No,
What do you prefer, Oasis or
Dedicate for John and
Carlitos.
Carlitos? No, they don't understand Catalan and Spanish. I will do it here, but with
An English translation.
yeah,
Okay.
something nice.
Caracolitos. ¿Sí?
Do you sing?
Venga, va. Hay
No,
caracoles.
no, Carlitos. It's
You would have to understand the lyrics, which is like the poem of we are walking and we don't know where we go from Guru Raj. So
Música también era la
translate. Next time translate.
Alex, how do you say caracol in English?
Snail.
Snail.
Bueno, una así más espiritual, de cierre, poética.
Espiritual, de cierre, poética. The Sound of Silence.
Ah, sí,
The
sí.
Sound of
Oh
Silence.
my
Sound
God!
of
Oh, sí, sí. Have you
Yeah, you know it.
seen?
But
Sound of what?
Have you seen the this version with? They are rocking very heavy rock band.
Ah, okay. Oh, also Hallelujah.
yeah, but they hear me singing Hallelujah.
Ah,
The
okay.
Sound of Silence.
That's fantastic.
Hello, there is my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because the visions of never see the light rose slipping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. And restless dreams walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestones, needing a rusty cloud to the corner, to the cold and down. And when my eyes were stopped by the flares of the neon lights that split the night and touched the sound of silence. Should I do not know? Sad like I'm so good.
mezzanine got they made, and the signs which out is burning, to the signs that it was forming, and the signs said the words of the prophets are written as the waves, and then none knows whisper the sound of silence.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good closure for me. Okay, so.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you for singing.
Okay, thank you for singing.
And
Thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Oh my God.
We forgot to do it.
There's
Yeah.
just this song.
Yeah.
We can do it right now.
It's
Alice, the last one, the last one.
I forgot the two. For another one.
the name of the band is Disturbed.
Two.
Ah,
That sounds interesting. Examination.
It's beautiful.
Ramón, ¿tienes tomado? Un poco hielo, ¿ya?
Thank you so much.
I keep forgetting this too. I give one kiss. Sorry.
thank you.
wow,
Oh my God, it's so
I
good.
just caught my attention because we're
Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely.
I like to watch the ice skating competition, and they had this Russian.
Come on, thank you.
So every weekend there is one more.
Okay, so now.
I'll be here for
Now there is another place to come.
a week,
Right,
a
yes.
week or two.
Now we know, yeah.
Here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay.
Is this someone's
I thought
fault?
that this could be some little
Maybe very
singing, not
secret.
Professionally done.
professional.
Oh, my friend.
We want to give one
This is
My
amazing.
baby don't mess around because she loves it so. Yes, I know for sure. You feel the feeling walking out the water.
So it was like
Yeah,
soothing.
yeah.
So you have nice pictures.
I love it. And the other one.
My baby don't mess around because she loves it so. Yes, I know for sure. My God, she really wanted this ever feeling like how I feel. That's what I have to find the feeling, 'cause it's part of home, still be right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, 'cause she don't know how. Hey, yeah. Hey, Oh, you think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? I got it, so gotta do nothing. Oh, you think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? The shepherd's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say is nothing's forever, one thing, so one thing, love the exception. And why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy? meet your mama. Te want to meet your cama. Want to meet your daddy. Want to meet your caddy. Meet your mama. Meet your cama. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
I have no idea what's so funny.
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. It's hard to, I can't explain it. It's just hilarious.
Oh,
Next time we gotta do the
which one?
the Amy Winehouse one. He can only hold her for so long. Lights are on.
We had no time for that.
No one's home.
Closing time.
Never ending.
Yeah.
How can you help her heart?
Back over here.
Oh, thank you.
Heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavier than it looks.
Yeah, sí, por favor.
What's so sad?
En un concierto así, de vez en cuando tendrías que ponerlo de las luces, conectado el sonido, con lluvia y truenos, en alguna canción en la que tú te
sí,
sientas.
pero eso lo tenemos que ajustar.
¿El qué? ¿El qué?
Es que tengo las luces conectadas que se pueden conectar al sonido.
Claro.
Sorry, you enjoy
Voy
the
a preparar
evening.
una historia con tormenta y
Nice,
relámpagos. També t'ho dic.
Ay, sí.
Alguna idea de que aquí con lluvia y relámpagos, alguna
Ah,
canción
le has
de
dicho.
estas.
Y el que tenía que cambiar
You know
de luces un poco, pero bueno.
In a style that is suitable for your daughter, for example.
Pon un relámpago y una tormenta. Ponlo
No,
ahora, va.
es que no tengo el teléfono.
¿Dónde lo tienes, va?
En mi cuarto, sí, pero... No, pero prefiero estudiarme cómo
No,
se
pero lo puso
usa
el
eso.
otro día, lo puso.
Ya, sí, pero luego se desconfigura
Ay,
y
ay,
tal.
ay, 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 ay.
Sí, hemos visto eso. En los zapatos de estos.
No comprende.
No, we were speaking about, configuration of things, like for example the heating system that, it's so complicated that I have to study the fucking manual.
Alexia, ¿no?
How to make it work.
Ah, Alexa.
I don't know, it suddenly is going.
Alexa.
I need to study the manual because I've tried with the fucking thing.
Realment que ens farem una foto del recuerdo.
Yeah,
Va.
everything is computer.
Hey,
Alexa.
Like you have manuals and
Gracias.
study there. How the fucking thing works. It's not like old things that
Raise the thermostat, it comes on.
you have
Hola,
to
Mónica.
say of the night.
Hola, Mónica.
If the temperature outside is this, what you do, which is good, but you need to
Alexa.
study
canción vas a
fucking
cantar?
manual to
to make it
Ah,
work
no,
as
no,
one.
I'm meeting Harry here Monday morning. We're
Vas a
gonna
cantar.
take the tent down.
Vale.
You want, I'll take a
¿Qué
look at it.
canción?
I know
No,
what
look,
it's about.
you know,
no.
it is just a matter of
Now
time.
or-
You
Sing your song.
don't have the time.
What's
It's just a
this?
matter of time.
Wait,
going
now?
through all the
Okay.
No, pero
menus,
no viendo
and it
ellos.
has a health thing so that you can go through it.
But what do you want to
Vamos.
You can do it through the
Venga, vamos.
internet, but then
A ver,
you
ok,
know,
ya sé.
when
Ah, we're not singing, we're just posing.
Sí, sí,
you
no
sound
hace
like
falta.
Okay, with my new guitar or American.
So where's
She's
your
on my
harmonica
guitar
hat?
or American.
Your harmonica hat. There we go. Yeah.
And those emails.
Ponte derecha, Ay, 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 ay.
Toca la guitarra, ¿eh?
You-
La guitarra
muy
se le
bien.
tiene- la guitarra se le bien.
So you can play and he can hold the chord, right? He can make the chord and you play.
It is definitely pain.
Ya, justo, ahí, ahí. Genial, qué guapo.
Otra.
Mira.
Otra que
Sí, más, venga, 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 sí. ¿Qué queráis?
Ah, mira, que dais bien ahí. en esa
Genial, quedó genial, sí. Ahí, ahí, Joan, ahí. Sí, queda muy bien.
Head for the car.
Me gusta mucho esto, ¿eh? Solo quan jo feia les poesies abans.
Alexa, música soul.
Ah, my feet.
Alexa,
My
pon
fingers.
música pop.
Vale. Thank you. Queda guapa.
Ah, me la tenéis desconectada.
Alexa, pon música pop.
No, pero me la habéis desconectado. los altavoces.
Espabila.
Se encendió algo, pero claro, no puedo hablar. No.
Me la han desconectado.
Alexa, pon música pop.
Divertides són.
No, pero es que está desconectada de los
Thank
altavoces.
you all for a very
Let's go
nice
for you.
evening. Good night.
Destrozo.
Good night. Another one.
Alexa la tenía conectada
I'm sorry.
aquí.
Bueno, porque hay que
Okay. I'll learn.
What was your name?
Rick.
Rick. Nice to meet you.
No, es este.
Alex.
Okay,
Yeah, thank
Alex.
you. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Are you letting us